Hi everyone, my name is Hilary Benjamin-Byer. I'm currently a third-year student of the University of Guyana pursuing my degree in computer science. For our third-year project, we had to create a database connected game. My group members are Miss Alicia, Jervis, Mr. Jerome, Allicock, and myself, Hilary Benjamin-Byer. So I'll basically give you a brief rundown on how this game is actually played and the codes that are used. Okay, so let's start off with the driver class, which is the main class for the application. We'll then go over to the menu control class, which holds all menu related items. We'll then move on to the time control class. In the time control, of course, every game there must be some challenge. There must be something to decide whether or not you win or you lose the game. For this game, time is also a factor, right? It depends. For each level, we have varying time limits to the level. Of course, if you don't finish playing the game by the time is out, you lose the game, or you don't complete the matching of force again, you lose the game. Game engine, which deals with all the logical operations for the game to be played. And we move on. Of course, we're using a database. We have exam control panel here, but we will get into that as time progresses, right? The database class basically makes the connection with the game, between the game and the database. And now move on to the player stats. This holds the current stats of the player that is currently playing the game. It would hold the best time, the wins, the losses that a player might have. We move on to the tile and the tile manager class. This deals with populating the grid with the images for this game, because this is what needs to happen for a user to see the images and everything on the screen during gameplay. Of course, we have administrators in this game, of which we created a specific UI for the administrator. We also created a login UI, a sign up UI, because it's connected to a database. Of course, you need to be able to sign up and also log in with your credentials. Basically, it's based on your username and your password. The stats UI, this UI basically for viewing the stats of the current player in the game we have, and this UI is basically for the game of itself, the application to be running itself. We also have a welcome UI built for the game. We also have the admin manager, which would allow the administrator to search and also to delete current users of the game, because of course the administrator is the super player. We have a player class and a player manager, of which they both deal with the manipulation or the to and fro transfer of data between the players and the database. The player class will of course hold information needed for a player to, or for anyone to sign up for this game and to play, because you would have to have your stats, of course, which is linked to the stats class, right? Okay, so now as we're finished with that, we could go through a brief rundown of how the game goes. Let me clean up the first, and then I'll run it for you. Okay, this is the welcome screen that as you just went through the classes you would have seen. So what I will do first for you, I'll create a new user. Okay, of course I'll use my name, last name, username Hill for short, the password Hilary. Of course we use login validators for the fields of the sign up. Also here also has a login validator, and of course I have a mail, and I would just use a fictitious number here, but for the business email address, yes, you could get that. Okay, so what I could do here first, I could take out one character from the password, from the confirm password to be precise, and you would see that it would not go through. It would say the password or email field would have some discrepancy because a validator is also built into the email address field. Okay, let me fill this out back first. And yes, of course. Okay, let's go again with everything correct. Yes, so it went over to the database. Let us go and check it out. We are then again prompted to log in into the game, but before that, let us just check out if the information is actually updated into the database. Okay, this is the complete database file. Let's go into the player class, and yes, here the information was updated. First name, last name, username, and the password. Well, of course, you might be wondering why it's like this. It was encrypted, so even to the administrator cannot see a player's password. And the business email address is placed there. Of course, I'm from Guyana, so that is that. Alright, back to the game. So now let's log in. The username Hill, password Hilary. Yes, so we're in the game, and this is just a brief, it's just instructions on basically how to go through, so we don't need that. So we'll go to new game. Of course, there's a timer, as I explained to you, of which you will have to select an image from anywhere, any one of these images here, and then you find a row or column of which that same image is not in. This would be the best way to place it. But of course, it's a fun game, yes, but we're basically working with time here. So let me we could also check the entries to ensure if it was a correct move or if it was bad moves made. Of course, the fields highlighted in red were not filled in. This is a good move, as you can see there. You have varying levels, 1, 2, of which the timer would increase depending on the level of difficulty being played. You could also view the player's stats, the best time, the number of games played, and everything. Okay. For in settings, a player could also edit their account or delete their account. And that's about that with that. Okay, yes. So I hope you enjoyed watching our gameplay. Special thanks goes out to the group members, Miss Jervis and Mr. Allicock, with completion of this game. So thank you for watching our project.